Alright, I'm live, I think. Holy shit, I'm live. Okay, I'm gonna make a fucking League of Legends waifu tier list, but I actually don't have the right thing open right now, so I'm gonna go look for that. Let me see. Like, how do you make this shit? Like, how do I add shit to this? I wanna fucking copy paste every other character from League of Legends, because we need all the mutants and shit too. If we're gonna talk about everyone, we have to talk about everyone. So, League of Legends character tier list. Oh, tier maker. Yeah. Wait. DFT. Okay. Wait. Okay. This is really recent. We'll do this one. X? What is X here? This is like I can change her tier. That's what I immediately think. Tier X. That's crazy. What the fuck? Who made this shit? And then F will be failure. Like, unsuitable is what I will say. Unacceptable. Unsuitable. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, because there's characters I don't even fucking recognize here, so I'm just gonna have to roll with it, because I never played, like, TFT that much, or, like, Legends of Runeterra, or whatever the fuck Riot has going on that's not League of Legends. So, everything else will just be the in-betweens, because it's like, who gives a shit about all this? This is the good stuff. This and Dish. You know what I mean? Give me that. That kind of angle. So, let's get started. Oh, wait. Am I live? Because my YouTube shit. Because am I recording? Am I streaming? Oh my god. Hold on. There's another incident going on. This overlay, like when these programs interact with each other, gets so fucking janky and confusing sometimes. Sorry. You can't see what I'm talking about, but let's go. Okay. Please. Okay. OBS. Am I live? Can we see, can we get something in the chat here? That's me. Because I don't want to get started without at least one person in here. That's kind of shitty. There we go. Oh yeah, my webcam's set up, but like I'm kind of afraid to show myself, to be honest with you. So, you know. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. I'm gonna rate our husbandos and waifus for League of Legends, because they're all good in their own way. But I have my own personal tastes, and if you like to have a tier list, I think you should make one too. Goes for anyone watching this, you know? Ah, what's my link? I don't know. I'm panicking. I guess we'll put shit on hold. Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm making noises, I'm crazy. La-dee-dee, la-dee-doo, la-dee-dee-dee-dee-doo, la-dee-da, la-dee-dee, la-yahoo. How do I get to my channel and stream? If I wanted to do that, okay, there we go. Let's link this here, and then we'll have this all good. Boom. Easy. Okay. Okay. Do I have a viewer? Is anyone? Oh, no. I don't want that to appear over there. Bad. Yeah, okay, better. Whew. That was close. My webcam is picking up my audio. Uh-oh. Okay. Oops. Maybe I do need this. Or, like, how do I switch my audio? This is the jank that I need people to get me in on. Good. Okay. Audio output capture. Is it like this? Did I do it? Or like, oh my god, OBS is so fucking confusing, man. I'm still learning this shit. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, but like, okay, fuck me. How does it sound? Does it sound okay? Because I have a secret viewer. Change the input maybe. I don't know how the fuck to do this shit. That's the problem. I guess we're gonna do this live. I mean, if we're gonna have incidents live on stream, I'm all for it, dude. Content is content, you feel me? So, let's see. I need to go to file, like, settings, audio, mic/auxiliary audio. Okay. Yeah, that's why. Apply. Is my snowball not connected? What's going on here? Is that better? Hello. Is that better? Oh, that looks much better. Let me see. It's bad? What do you mean bad? Is it worse? How's it worse? What about this? What about that? Nope. Yeah, okay, good. My mic is definitely in my snowball, so there we go. That's probably a little better. I don't know how your volume is, but this is what we want to shoot for. Give or take. Can you hear me? Oh, it didn't change. No. I mean, does that, like, which is louder, the second or the first one, right? Which was louder, the first or the second one? Is this louder? Or is this louder? This? This is louder? This is louder? This is louder? This is louder? They sound the same? Okay. Okay, well, my mic's... What? Okay, so is the quality just fucking bad? I guess the quality is bad. Is it quiet? What is it? Like, what's the problem? My webcam is... What a simple solutions, man. It's really that easy in life. Troubleshooting in real time. I love it. Anyway, is that better? Can you even hear me? Hello? It's screechy and low quality. Does that mean my fucking mic just sucks cock and balls? Have I not set up OBS the correct way? I mean, I don't know how to fix this on OBS. You're too quiet now. Oh, okay. That I can try and fix. Because with this kind of mic, you want it like right here kind of thing. Or else it just sounds really quiet and shitty. So, is this better? I'm good, but too quiet. What do you mean too quiet? Am I just not bombastic enough for you? Oh, I'm sorry, princess, but we need to get this show on the road. So let's do this shit. So we'll start. I'm an A to Z kind of guy, but we'll start with Z first, which is Zyra, I guess. Zyra. She's been through a lot. When I first saw this champion, she was totally fucking different than the way she is now. Because she, like, became... Like, when she died, she, like, became a plant and shit. And it was really lame.
But it was just like a product of the time of the game design at the time because I played a lot during season 1, and Zyra is one of those awkward champions where Riot became really corporate during season 1 and they started pushing out champions like every 2 weeks literally, and she was a victim of that. Just like the likes of Volibear, Nautilus, etc., like Sejuani, etc., like these big like zero identities that are kind of just like each other champions. So Zyra is kind of like that conceptually already for me. Like, she's not very unique. She has like a knock up, she has a root, she has her little Q and all that, and her roots and plants, and I mean she's like a half plant, which is kind of cool, but she's not that sexy. So I'd have to give her a D tier because honestly, I think someone out there there's someone out there for Zyra, but it definitely isn't me. Kind of angle. You feel me? Okay. So good. Sounds very good. So we'll go for Zoe, and we're gonna immediately do this. And this too. We're not doing that, and I don't think I need to elaborate why. Right? Unsuitable, on all counts. Moving on. Aatrox. We'll start it with Aatrox now. Go in the other order because that was a little awkward. Aatrox. I guess it just kind of depends on what you're into. If you're into like big hulking demon men who just want to dominate you, that's cool. And if that's your playstyle, that's also cool. He's a pretty cool champion. I think he was really cool in the most recent cinematic. Because he's just like the big hulking dude that it takes 2 dudes to like hold down and kill. That's Aatrox in a nutshell. It's awesome. So I'd say solid A. Aatrox, A, right? He starts with A. Cannot be any other letter. That's just the feeling. And the reason is because I don't know, it just depends. If he tickles your fancy, great. For me personally, I'm complete dog shit at Aatrox. So don't like playing him. Ari. What can I say, boys? What can I say? I mean, there's nothing else I can even add. It's Ari. Ari is a very interesting character because I feel like back when I played this game a lot in season 1, she was the character Riot really, really, really has been trying hard to market. And that's when they really stepped up their character design game and made like finally accepted that our game is going to be this cringy anime game. You know what I mean? Ari is the manifestation of that. And Ari is great. She is the fundamental mage. Anyone can pick her up and fall in love with her. That's not only her gameplay style, but her visual appeal as well. You know? So when you have such a simplistic champion that's so slippery like a fox and so fun to play and so addicting in both imagery and in, you know, like visual and sound, like, I can change her, man. I don't know how else to put it. Moving on. Akali, I want to say is I can change her too, but Akali's kind of confusing to me because, like, in the lore, back when I knew it, I'm like a lore nerd. They had like she's like the Fist of Shadow, and she's like not that anymore. I don't really know what goes on with this lady because I never really sat down on the wiki and looked at it recently or watched videos, but like it just seems like she's a girl who kind of doesn't know who she is, and that's really cool because I can kind of resonate with that. So I'd say solid S tier because she's pretty cute, and I don't know, she's really fucking complicated. I hate playing this fucking champion, and I hate fucking playing against it, but I respect it. Akshan. I can change her. Akshan is fucking awesome. I love him. From his gameplay style to his attitude to his visual design and the way, you know, his roguish and ruggish charm. I'm drawn to people like that, and they're fucking cool. Because at the end of the day, you look at a guy like Akshan and you realize he's just a total fucking goofball who's trying to act like he has it all together, but he doesn't have anything together. I resonate with that, you know? I like to see myself in these characters, I guess. I like his playstyle. I like how you can do a little bit of everything, help people where you can, like a rogue and a scoundrel, like Robin Hood, whatever you want to say, you know what I mean? Like, he's the good guy, and he's a bastard doing it, you know? And he knows it. And he's confident in that, and I love that. He's who Andy wishes. Yeah, kind of, yeah, honestly. I don't really want to say that, but, like, Akshan is so freaking cool. I love Akshan. And I kind of do see Andy that way, you know? Andy's a cool fucking dude. I don't know if Andy sees himself that way, though, you know? Anyway. Alistar. I have to just do S. Because we're not... look, okay. Like, we cannot put a Minotaur into the... I can change... Like, we're not going to have sex with a Minotaur. That's not in reality, and we cannot do that. You cannot change a Minotaur, okay? You respect the bull, or you get the horns. You feel me? So, you put this in S, because while you're never going to do anything devious with a Minotaur, ultimately what it comes down to is the fact that he is going to be your homie. And every time, if you're playing an AD... I can say this from personal experience, because I love playing ADC. I'm a Jinx main. That's what I want to... That's kind of what I've been doing lately. I would say Alistar is one of my favorite fucking supports to have. Because he is just so eager to help out anyone. And playing with the people who love to play Alistar is usually good. Because there are very, very few toxic ones in the bunch. God damn, dude. I've always liked the big dude. Like, the big bold dude. Like, in the OG League of Legends cinematic, Alistar was always one of the cooler parts for me. Because he was just, like, the big bull coming in and just smashing the towers and shit. I don't know. That fucking janky shit from 2010, 2009. People don't even know what I'm talking about, probably. Not like Riot's... Not like Riot's fancy cutscenes now. Anyway, okay, so this lady... I don't know who the fuck this is. It looks like one of the ladies from Arcane. She just looks like a cool girl boss lady, though, and I think that's pretty neat, so I'll just put her at S. I don't know. Amumu is unsuitable. Because, not because of, like, the small in stature thing. I think good things come in small packages, but ultimately, he's a whiny bitch who just cries all the time, and no one wants to deal with that. So, there's really nothing else to say. Moving on. Again, another unsuitable candidate here. It's just an ice bird. There's nothing to really latch onto and heat up, you know, and spark. She's an ice phoenix. She does the opposite of that. You're going to be cold. Moving on. Aphelios. I kind of like his, like, girl boy design. So, like, it's cute, right? Like, because he has, like, the whole ghost. I don't know. Like, this fucking champ. I'm gonna be totally honest. I still don't know what the fuck this champion does, and I've been playing this game for like 2 or 3 years, like consistently at this point. I'm an ADC main too, and I don't know what the fuck this guy does because he has like 24 abilities. It's so confusing and scary, but so I fuck it, dude. That makes me scared to talk about, so I have to put him down in C tier. I hate this fucking champion. Playing against him scares me. I'm a simple man with simple tastes, dude. Anyway, moving on. There's a ghost. It's kind of cool, but I don't know what else to say. It's a ghost. Ghosts are scary, but ghosts are real, too. In a totally not ironic and meme-tacular way. Anyway, Ashe. All the poster girls, man, that Riot gives a million skins for, like, they're gonna be up here. I mean, I don't know if I have to put the big spoiler alert here in the stream right now, but, like, let's be real, boys. Like, Ashe, the chef's kiss of a woman, right? She is the queen of her land. She is a big, powerful lady with a big, cool husband who fucking is like a berserker, barbarian, shatted dude who doesn't die and shit. Ashe is fucking cool. Not even just figuratively, literally. She has frost arrows and shit. She can freeze people. And she's one of the more unique ADCs in the game, despite being one of the very first ever in League of Legends. I admire that. I admire how Ashe has evolved. Because, like, people don't even remember this shit, dude. Her fucking passive now used to be like her Q. And it only used to be the slow. And you just toggle it on. It was fucking stupid. So Ashe has been through a lot too. And Ashe is one of the most I think ADCs in general are some of the most well-designed champions in the game. However, the game design itself is almost hostile to that, which sucks. And Riot's been doing a lot of good things to like help ADCs out, but a lot of people are also getting pissed off about it, I see. Anyway, moving on. Aurelion Sol, he's the only one I will judge because he's a space dragon. And that's like the coolest fucking thing ever. He's literally a space dragon that throws galaxies and shit at people. I mean, what else is there to say? It's like Gurren Lagann shit. Like the manliest shit you could possibly think of. Aurelion Sol is fucking awesome. Would I bang him? No, probably not. He would probably never let me do something like that. He's like a god or whatever, isn't he? I don't know. So, he's cool. I respect that. I respect Big Space Dragon. He was cool in the call. Aurora. Come on, Riot. You know what you're doing to us. Cute bunny girl that's super OP on launch. Riot, come on. You don't need to say more. You were really excited to roll this one out. You had the little Ornn event before this. We know you were. She's cute. She's marketable. I love and appreciate her. She looks great. But fuck playing against this piece of shit champion. Holy fuck playing against this piece of shit champion. I haven't played her yet. I'm sure I'll have loads of fun playing her, but whew. Fuck that bitch. Anyway, moving on. Azir. He's pretty cool. I guess he's kind of like anthropomorphic too, but like, I don't know, it's just like the whole Egyptian shit in League of Legends has always been really fucking cool to me. Like the whole Azir, Nasus, Renekton vibes. So I kind of make little bits of exceptions for them. Whereas like characters like Anivia, it's like too blatant. Like with these guys down here, there's no desire. There's nothing. Like there's no smash or pass that is like immediately pass. You know what I mean? Unsuitable, unacceptable. This is like, yes, this is what I would go for. This is definitely my type, right? So Bard, Bel'Veth, sheesh. Because again, this was right around when Riot was getting like really cool, and I really started getting into League of Legends. So I really admire Bel'Veth. Because again, it's just girl boss shit, right? Like, it's just this cool fucking champion that's super OP and does cool shit. But now that she's not like that OP anymore, I really like her too. Because she's cool. It's like the Empress of the Void. I don't know. It's like a cool little fuck thing. So, I played a bit of Bel'Veth. I think she's fun to play. I'm not like a huge jungle guy. That's what I rotated mostly towards in Season 1, but now I try to be like, I think ADC is where I like fit. ADC and like mid and like maybe sometimes top. Support and jungle, that's like out of my scope, dude. I fucking, holy shit, I'm too autistic to understand that shit. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get how to jungle and support. I literally don't. I just know kill the minions, get the gold. Kill the towers, get the gold. Kill the champions, get the gold. Kill the dragons, get the gold. Anyway, moving on. Blitzcrank. This guy was really cool in Season 1. Because I like talking about these OG champions, because these are the guys I really connected with back in the day, you know? And a lot of League of Legends for me right now is nostalgia bait, honestly. I love this game right now where it's at, but, like, I'm not good at it. I don't know if I have, like, an authoritative opinion on it, but these are my opinions. I think Blitzcrank's a shit fucking champion to play with and against. Fuck this dude. He just starts fights whether you like it or not. And he's always ready to all in and just make something happen. I want to be the guy who does that. Not you. It's not your turn. Me. I'm the crazy one, right? So working with Blitzcrank's always been trouble from the get-go. And playing this champion. I don't know how the fuck to play this shit either, even though it seems right up my alley. So, moving on. Brand's the same way. He's a burnt old man who's stuck in his ways. And he's not sexy at all or cool or cute. But he is fun. So we'll put him in B. Braum is Chad. It's literally like the textbook definition of Chad. He's just a big dude. He's a big bro. Protects his friends with the shield. I don't know how else to say it. Stuns them. Does some damage. Whatever. Braum I've never really played, though. Briar, I'm really mixed about Briar because I didn't like her trailer that much, but I kind of do like her design because it's like quirky and like kind of cute and funny in its own way, but it's like almost overbearing. And it gets really weird when people, because there's people out there who like talk about her feet and shit, and it's really kind of weird to like try and analog with that, and I'm like, that's really confusing. People are like really into feet, I guess. So just off that alone, I want to put her in D or F, like even unsuitable, like unacceptable. But she is kind of cute. I mean, I can't deny it. So I'll give it a C, solid C. We cannot deny it. She pisses me off, but like, geez, like you can't deny it. There's a good design there, you know. I like it. Anyway, Camille. She's like a good she's like a good grandma. She's cool. Foxy grandma kind of vibe. It's literally like Joseph Joestar and from JoJo's, but like in League of Legends, I guess. It's just Foxy grandma who does cool robot things. It's cool, I guess. Fuck that champion playing against this bitch, though. ADC's worst nightmare. Tanky guy who just fucking isolates you and you can't 1v1 because she's gonna kill you every single time. Like 10 out of 10 times. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Get away from me, Camille. You justice bringer, you dastard. Cassiopeia. I mean, where do you even, like, put it? Do snakes have that? Anyway, Cassiopeia has always been interesting because I think the whole Gorgon thing and like the Medusa vibe is cool. And a weird little fun factoid is, at least back when I played, she was Katarina's sister. But like, even though there's a metric assload of like quote unquote lore for Katarina, there's like barely any for Cassiopeia. And you'd think for like the character they tried to push as their goofy cartoon like face for a while, because let's just put this here for now, because I'll talk about her right after. I can't really bring her up and not talk about her. No one talks about this champion because no one wants to play a stupid weird Medusa snake thing. But like, she is really one of the coolest champions in the game because she's always, since season 1, been a flavor pick. And I can't, even though I didn't really play between then and now, I can't possibly see that being any different unless there were like actual statistic times where she was like quote unquote broken and people paid attention to her and actually played her. I really admire that about this pick. She's cool. She's not for everyone, but ultimately she's a cool little champion that's been in the game since almost the start. And I have a lot of respect for that, so I put it in A tier. Very surprising turn of events. Cho'Gath is easy. I can change her. This was my original main, I'd say, back in the day. In Season 1. I love Cho'Gath, man. I would take this goofy fuck into the jungle and make it work, even though that wasn't a, like, meta strat at the time. There's a YouTuber I really liked back then that really optimized the clear. And honestly, I think Cho'Gath was like a hidden gem back then. Because, I mean, he has everything a jungler wants. He just doesn't have, like, the fastest clear of all time. But back then, clearing fast was, like, the most efficient thing for jungling because ultimately, clearing your jungle is what leads to your tempo. Because the time between your camps respawning back in Season 1 was so fucking long. And it took so much fucking time to kill the camps themselves that you had to really value the time it took to kill those camps at the beginning of the game. So for like the first clear, you know, there was no scuttles or like void grubs or anything, even dragons or anything like that didn't spawn. I think the dragon spawned at like 10 minutes in the game, not 5. It was like way different back then. Old League of Legends sucked cock and balls. I'll say that right now. Season 1, fuck that shit. It was weird as shit. Anyway, Cho'Gath has a very special place in my heart because he's just the big guy that just eats everything in sight. He's cool. I can change him. Moving on. Corki as well. I think he's like a B though, because he's just like this kooky old man. He just drives a fucking plane. It has nothing to do with anything in League of Legends, so they just made him a Yordle or whatever. And they're like, alright, I guess he's a Yordle. Yeah, anything could be a Yordle, including like Fizz or a Moo Moo or any like Tristana. I mean, all the baity ones, right? All the girls. And Corky's just a cool little dude. He's a part of like the Yordle cinematic for like the Bandle Gunners or whatever, and it was like a Runeterra thing. I think I saw it on their channel. That was a cute little cinematic, and he was in there, and that was pretty cool that they included him. Darius is a fucking Chad. I mean, so at the very end, let me make it very clear. We will go into order too. We will order these and make them look neat and tidy and great, and I will explain all my reasoning individually if I need to. I don't care. But Darius is cool. He is simple men that swing axe around. Darius is awesome because he wants what's best for his country. The problem is his country's kind of a shitty place. So I don't know. That's kind of something to point out, but it doesn't change Darius. He has a really like cool and interesting story, and he's not just like the simpleton who swings his axe around. He's like a really deep character who's really involved in the politics of his country because he literally embodies what his country's values are. Just like being this badass fucking warrior who just wants to conquer and charge in and make the world a better place. He doesn't care what it takes to do it. He's just gonna do it. So Darius has had a couple. I think Darius has been in 2 or 3 cinematics. He's one of the more popular male characters. I like Darius. I like him a lot. He's so cool. He also has a lot of short stories and stuff about him. But so you gotta give respect to the classics, man. Even if I don't necessarily like Darius is the reason I put him in I Can Change Her is because Darius is one of the most honest champions in the game. And that's a very, very hot take. I think Darius is by far, like him and Garen are very honest champions. Like they don't have any stupid gap closers, no teleports and dashes and 50 things. You just have your little stupid speed boost, and if you somehow stick on an enemy for more than 2 seconds, you're gonna fucking kill them. And you could do that to the entire enemy team, and it's badass. So, since we talked about the other boy, we'll just do that right now too. Garen's come on. The poster child for Demacia. He's the total foil for Darius because he embodies everything that is opposite to Darius. He values ideas like democracy and purity and light and those kinds of concepts. And I guess we learn a lot about Demacia and like Silas's story that it's not all it's cracked up to be, you know? It's not all sunshines and rainbows over there in Demacia. They kill people and persecute like innocent people and shit. Because for like wrongthink or for the way they're born and shit, it's really fucked up. That ties into Garen's own story too, because his sister is oh come on, we know who his sister is. We'll talk about her after this too, because I mean, you can't talk about League of Legends without talking about Lux. It's impossible. Bitch has the most skins in the game. Anyway, Garen is also that too, because Garen, I think Garen is a vestige of a bygone era in a way, because Garen is when Riot really wanted to pimp out their new champions. Like, hey, pay attention to this shit. Garen's really cool and awesome, and he ended up being like the fucking Superman of this game when he first came out. And Garen, like, the reason Garen is so cool and honorable is that he is literally just, I am simple man, I spin to win. And when you see that in pro play, and you see the crowd's reaction and shit, it's one of the most hype fucking things on the planet. Like Garen, you normally see more Darius probably, but Garen especially is like, ugh, that's like seeing Ganondorf, like someone try to play Ganondorf in like Super Smash, right? Just like honest combat. You have sword, you swing sword, your sword hurts, enemy gets cut and die. Mission accomplished. Garen's fucking awesome. He still does that nowadays. I mean, Garen has a bunch of lore, just to get into it. Good, handsome man. I can change her. Moving on. Oh, Diana. I don't know much about this champion other than I hate playing against this bitch and I see her all the time. I know her and Leona have their whole storyline and all that, and like the Targonians and all that. Honestly, I've never even looked into that shit. But I guess like when I first started playing this game, I got an emote during Pride Month with her and Leona. That was pretty cool, I guess. I like free shit. So if gay people can get me free shit, that's amazing. Normalize being gay, hell yeah. So Mundo goes where he pleases. Moving on. What is this? Is this a dragon? This looks like TFT, like the dragon, like the mini boss in TFT. It's just some stupid dragon. Unsuitable. I don't care. We already have the cool space dragon in S tier. That's the only one we really need up there. Draven. Draven is Draven. S tier. Echo. These are the characters I'm really interested in talking about. And finally, holy fucking shit, we finally get to talk about a fucking arcane character. Because I know the Caitlyn's up there, but like, come on. It's just petty waifu bait. I don't even feel like there's good faith talking about that. Oh yeah, if that's Elder Dragon, unsuitable completely. Because fuck people who prioritize Elder Dragon over Baron. Fuck them. Idiots. All of them. Fuck that stupid buff. I hate it being in the game because people do it so much in my elo. And I'm an ADC, so I feel like I have to like go along with it sometimes because the game's track on long enough. Anyway, moving on. Who's that? Oh, Echo. Echo is an awesome character. The boy who shattered time. I think Echo was really when Riot started experimenting with really unique concepts such as time and, you know, trying to put like more dark skin. I feel really awkward putting it like this because it sounds really autistic, but like I actually am putting like darker skinned characters in their game. And Echo is just a cool little dude who warps around in time, and his ultimate, he can rewind time and shit and blow someone up and shit. It's fucking cool. In the show, he's fucking cool as shit. He has that really cool fight scene with Jinx, and it's one of the best parts of the whole fucking anime. There's really not much else to say. Echo is fucking awesome. Like, he's cool. I really hope they go more into him in season 2, which is coming in a couple months, so I'm quite excited for that as well. So, I come on, I gotta talk about Caitlyn then. It's the same thing with Caitlyn, though. Same things I've been saying the whole stream, right? It's just girl boss energy. She's a lesbian. It's cool. I love it. She's hot. Great. Moving on. Elise is cool, but she's a spider, and spiders are kind of gross. So I don't know anything else. I don't know anything else about this champion other than that. D tier. No one plays this bitch. Evelyn, same thing. D tier. Actually, F tier. Unsuitable. Demons are unsuitable companions. You should never look to be with a demon, because even though I'd say Evelyn and Ahri are foils for each other in a way, because they're both seductresses, but one is a seductress out of pure malice and evil, which is Evelyn, and one is a seductress out of self-preservation, which is Ahri. She's a fox. So, you know, I respect Ahri a hell of a lot more than Evelyn. And Evelyn players are dirty fucking cheaters who are stealthed all the time. I hate this stealth shit. I love it, and I love being in it, and I love it when I have it, but god damn it, playing against it sucks ass. Fuck Evelyn. Demons are dishonest. Never side with the demons. Okay, Fiddlesticks, same thing, you know? Unsuitable. Demons are... We do not want to be like demons as people. We do not want to associate with demons. We want to kill demons with fire. There's a reason that they're evil, you know? Demons are evil, and they want to destroy humanity. Doesn't matter if it's in a video game or in real life, like your figurative demons. they destroy people. Like, figurative demons in people destroy them in real time all the time, right? Doesn't matter if it's real or fake. Like, people fight their demons all the time, and fucking life's hard, man. I don't want life to be hard for anyone, especially not me, you know? So, fuck these guys. But goddamn, his design is so fucking cool, dude. Fiddlesticks is so cool. I love the way he looks, and I love the way he plays. Back in Season 1, he was such a goofball jabroni champion who just threw crows around to people and shit. But, like, they managed to make Fiddlesticks this genuinely terrifying force to be reckoned with in the Rift. In the most cool and unique playstyle of all time. And again, it wraps back to what I said to Ash. Fiddlesticks has been here from like the beginning. He's one of the very first champions that got a visual and gameplay update rework. Maybe if not that long ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. I don't remember. I don't know. But designs like this hard carry the franchise. So Fiddlesticks isn't unsuitable. We actually put him into I Can Change Her. Oh no, yeah. I agree with you there, because there's one rework that is better than Fiddlesticks, but I don't know if we agree on that, Mr. Brinkman. So Fiora, it's the same vibe. She's like so mid, because I love her girl boss vibe energy, but playing this champion confuses the ever living fuck out of me. She's one of those champions like Volibear and all that were kind of awkward. She was like a discount Master Yi when she first came out, and it was kind of like lame. Like, her ult was totally different, and her playstyle was totally different back then. And I've never really related or connected with her, because like I have never really been like that technical, like duelist kind of like etiquette style, like, oh, I position this way and I need to hit you this way and then I kill you. I don't like it. I don't like playing the game like that. And there's people who are really fucking good at it, and I respect it, and holy shit, I hate playing against it. So that's why Fiora's a B tier. She's pretty cool. D tier. Fizz is a D tier. He's cute and all that, but holy shit, playing with and against this champion. He is like my Teemo. I just think he's like the most... While I think Teemo is fuzzy and evil and adorable, I think Fizz is an abomination to society. And honestly, we're going to put him in unsuitable, because talking about this champion just leaves a disgusting taste in my mouth, and I just want to move on from it. Galio. Galio is so fucking cool. He's literally just a giant fucking gargoyle statue. And this dude looks so much gosh darn different in Season 1 than he does now. He looks so much cooler now. He's just a big dumb statue that helps his friends and does an ass loads of damage. And he jumps in and he's like, "Hi, everybody!" Galio's cool. He's just that kind of vibe. The bro vibe. Anyone in that bro tier vibe is like, I could change her. They are comfy. That is cozy. That always is an X tier, you know? Because S tier is the top tier, but X tier is extra special, right? That's extra shit. So, Gangplank this dude. Fuck this dude. He's like the main villain in like one of like the Rune King game, I think. He's like one of the characters there. Fuck that dude. Fuck playing against this champion. Fuck this greedy pirate son of a bitch. Fucking dead broke motherfucker. Can't get bitches. I hate this motherfucker. He represents everything terrible and bad about League of Legends. He's just a fucking spiteful asshole who ruins everyone's day by blowing up barrels and being a jackass. He looks really cool because he's a cool pirate dude. But that's literally his only redeeming quality. And that's the only reason I would even put him in D tier. He gets carried solely off the idea that pirates are cool. And if that's the only way you could be redeemable, you have fucked up in life. So I respect pirates, but Gangplank, I don't respect you. Fuck you. Anyway, Nara's cute as fuck. He's like a little goofball kind of guy. Transforms, you know. I don't know. There's not like a lot going on there. Because again, it was like when Riot was just like experimenting with all these crazy design concepts. And you're like, what's going to stick, dude? Nara was just one of those dudes who never stuck. There's people like that play him like, they play Cassiopeia, right? Or they play Aatrox, but None of these champions ever spike in play rate because unless they're just blatantly numerically broken. Because they don't have anything like necessarily super special about them. It's like that's like the A and the B tier, and even the C tier to me is like it's like mid design, right? D is like I don't like the design that much, but I respect it, and then F against unsuitable, X extra. Gragas, extra as fuck. He's just a big fat dude who drinks beer. There's nothing really to talk about. Baboosh plays him, and I like Baboosh. Graves is also cool because he's just a cool gay cowboy, and he had a lot of hatred in his heart, but it looks like he's kind of come to terms with that, and now he's really feeling. It really feels like he's just this cool, unique character. He's not like some knockoff ADC like he used to be back in the day. And he had this cool smoke bomb, and he had. Because one of the things I remember they showed off about Graves was, oh yeah, he has the smoke bomb, but blinds people. It's like kind of like Nocturne. And one of the coolest interactions that we just added too is that if you smoke bomb Nocturne, he says this cool little catchphrase, "I got your darkness," and it was pretty Chad. It is pretty Chad. Just turn that asshole's ult on him, but in your W. Fuck a Nocturne. Another demon that goes into disgusting tier. I'll put him there when I'm damn well ready. Anyway, Graves is cool. He's a cool cowboy. I've always liked cowboys better than pirates. Because when I talk about Gangplank, I get a disgusting taste in my mouth. When I talk about Graves, I'm like, this guy's a cool cowboy, dude. It's like Red Dead Redemption. That's one of the better reworks, too. Was Graves being put into the jungle. That's just my opinion, though. Gwen is cutesy. I like her design. I'm not sure how old she is, honestly, which makes her a little awkward. But I like her, and I like her demeanor, and I like how she relates to the whole Ruined King storyline, because that whole shit reminds me of, like, WoW with Arthas and everything. Because that's what Viego is. He's just like Arthas. He's just like some egotistical asshole who fell in love and made it his sole desire to protect that love instead of actually trying to spend time with it. I kind of resonate with that too in a fucked up way, you know what I mean? So, anyway, Gwen is cute. S tier. I like Gwen. Her playstyle's fun. She's cool. She's a cool design. She's a cool, cute little design with her scissors and all that shit. Gwen is cool. Feeds into the whole anime bullshit. Hecarim is badass too. I can change him. He's just fighting for, I swear. Hecarim did nothing wrong. He's just fighting for the wrong dude. Because Viego is the enemy, right? He's like one of Viego's main dudes. This guy. And Hecarim... The reason I like Hecarim a lot is because my autistic ass likes to go fast as fuck. I like Sonic the Hedgehog. And you know what Hecarim does? He's a fucking ghost horse that goes fast as fuck. He's like a Dolahheim or some shit. You know what I mean? It's so fucking cool how he comes in and just he fucking kills you in like 3 seconds. And stealing people like Dante is just completely master this champion and just like 1v5 pentakill people, like teams and shit. It's just like being able to see that shit, it's cool. Like champion mastery is just one of the most fascinating things to experience in this game because getting better really is just that, champion mastery and fundamentals. So I think Hecarim's a good representation of that. I think Hecarim's a fucking badass design, and Hecarim's fucking cool as shit. I can change this bitch. The Donger too. I'd say Donger is like mid, because like my problem with Heimerdinger is I guess I never really got into him because he's just fucking always been this annoying piece of obnoxious shit to play against in game. I've never cared about Heimerdinger. And in the anime, yeah, he was in there, but he's just like, oh yeah, I'm like this smart guy who's in the background but doesn't actually do anything. It's like, okay, well, cool. I guess you were there. So I'll wait. Echo was like that too, but Echo was actually cool and did do something. Well, what did you do? You just made some fucking skateboard or something. I don't even remember what you did. Donger is... What? Hold on. I can't fucking see because the stupid reacts. Second best rework for sure. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking boomer. I'm shitting the bed in my chat. How do I move this shit? Donger is so good in Arcane. Okay. I disagree. I don't know. I think he could have been way cooler, and I think there's a lot of potential there for season 2. They just didn't show him off as much as they could, so I'm a little disappointed. I think is the best way to put it. So that's why I put it mid, because I've always related with the little smart guy, and I'll get more into that later. With one of my favorite characters. Yes, trust me, we're getting to that. There's just a lot, as you can see, to unpack here. So, we have to take our time and do it. It's been almost an hour. So I'm thinking in about 10 minutes. It's been about 50 minutes. So I'm thinking in about 10 minutes, we will take a 5-minute break, and I can gather my bearings, because this shit is taking forever. You know? Anyway, Hui. I like Hui. I think Hui is cool because he's like some psycho painter dude who like worships Jin. And Jin is one of the coolest. He's probably in my top 3. I like Jin a lot. Just to spoil it again. I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself by just talking about characters, but like these characters do interact with each other, and you have to kind of talk about that to get a feel for what these characters are. And Hui is just some dude who wants to paint. I don't think he really cares about who he hurts or what he does in order to do that. And people like that are dangerous, you know? So you have to appreciate that. But like Hui himself is a handsome man. You respect that. He's like very gloomy and like, I'm so emo. I'm like Shadow the Hedgehog. But it's cool. Whatever. Like, he's cool. Everyone has that emo phase in their life. That Shadow the Hedgehog phase, dude. No one's ever going to tell me differently. So you got to respect Hui. I wish I could change him. But I think the point of his design is that you can't change him. You know what I mean? The quote-unquote, like the literal quote in the quote-unquote of, I can change her. That's what Hui is to me. Like, he is the implication, right? That's what Dennis would say from It's Always Sunny. Anyway. Alawi. Alawi is fucking cool. I think she's up there with, like, one of the more honest champions in the league, and she's just some fucking cool, fucking big tribal chick who smashes stuff. It's so fucking cool playing this champion. Like, because I think Alawi, the problem with Alawi is that she's a champion like Singed, where she has very obvious and exploitable weaknesses with no real way of reconciling them without items. So it's awkward. Because the way you want to play is you want people to play into you. But the catch-22 is people aren't going to do that if they just ignore you. You know what I mean? If they know to do that. So everyone knows, like, oh, don't stand in the Alawi ult. Don't chase Singed. Don't try to auto-attack a Master Yi. Or don't do this, don't do that. Like, everyone knows those little rules of League of Legends, right? And Alawi is one of the biggest victims of that. Which is why I think she is one of the more honest champions, on the contrary. Because I think she's a shit stomper and a noob stomper, and idiots that don't know how to play this game get shit rolled by chads like Tyler1 who love Alawi. But I don't know. Alawi's fucking cool. That's all I gotta say. This champion is fucking awesome. There's a lot to say there because our design is so cool and unique. She has like the tentacles and all that shit, and like the fucking because she's like the pirate done cool kind of vibe. Because like the whole Bilgewater port or whatever the fuck, like I don't even remember what the fuck it's called in League of Legends, honestly. Like that whole pirate angle with like Misfortune. I mean, we'll talk about her, but like, you know, that whole thing. It's all cool. It's all cool. That was like the Rune King. That was like that game. I want to play it. I'd like to play it at some point, but I've never played it yet. So, anyway, enough about Alawi. Irelia, same shit. I have a little bit more to say about her because Riot's tried to include her more into like their imagery. Because someone at Riot has a fucking hard on for Ionia, and I'm all for it. And I feel like Irelia is kind of like the poster child of that, of like Ionia in a nutshell. So, I think her biggest problem is she suffers from main character syndrome, and the players that play her also do that, because that's kind of what her fundamental design philosophy has been since she first came. Like her fucking If I told you what her fucking W did when she first came out, you'd probably shit your pants because of how fucking broken it was. But back in the day, it wasn't even seen that way. That's the funniest. That's the funniest part. Her damage did. Her W used to do on hit true damage with every auto for like a set duration. So you could do some like Aurelia wasn't the best or quote unquote most meta pick, but you could do some crazy shit. I think actually she was. I think people actually a lot of people played Aurelia. Because I think like there's like a Big 10 at the time in season 1, and Aurelia was one of the Big 10 in the top lane. He was one of two. The other one was Renekton. That's why people played Aurelia though. It's because you could itemize her really well, and she's been a very consistent pick and popular pick for a lot of people because her design is very sexy and sleek and slender, and she's like a blade dancer, and it's cool as shit. Riot, I think Aurelia is also an example of how Riot has fundamentally mastered their redesigns. Because Aurelia is fucking cool. I can't play her because she's really fucking hard to play, and I'm like a donkey at this game. But it is what it is. Right? Ivern is I could change her. Because he literally is the result of being changed into a fucking tree. Because Ivern has this big terrible story where he used to be like this terrible fucking dude who'd like do awful things like R-word and pillage villages and conquer in the name of himself, and you know what? And then at some point he became a fucking tree. And he was like, oh god damn it. Like it's been so fucking long. I don't even remember what my life was like before. Now I'm just a goofy ass tree. And that's really fucking cool. So Ivern is fucking awesome. He is one of the most unique characters in League of Legends, and I will defend Ivern until my dying breath. I think Ivern's probably one of my favorite junglers. He's cool as fuck, dude. He's just a dumb little tree. Ivern encapsulates all the positive game design philosophy in League of Legends. In a way. Ivern's great. Ivern is fucking awesome. And whoever made Ivern, I'm sure is a swell dude. I'd like to talk to them one day. Moving on. We'll talk about this one and then Janna. But this shit, I don't even know who this is. He looks kind of cool. What is that? Is it like a bearded dude or like a shark or... I can't really even tell. Just some cool dude with a beard and a top hat. Looks like Tom Kench, almost. Tom Kench is pretty cool. Is there like... Am I missing something here? Like, is this who that is? J.K. Like... Where else would Kench be? In T? Yeah, there he is. Okay. Who's this then? Is that like a Poro? It's confusing, so it's going in F. Fuck this shit. Janna too. Easy. 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 OG. Any OG hero that's stood the test. Like, Janna... Holy shit. It's just funny to talk about Janna because I think Janna is a character that has stood... she is the character in League of Legends that has stood the test of time better than anyone else. Her and Annie. But Annie we don't talk about. She is unsuitable. So I'll explain why I think that too. Because her whole gameplay loop has not changed. Has barely fucking changed since season 1. You shield people. You have your ult that pushes people away and heals your friends. You have your fucking W that slows people and speeds you up. You have your Q that does the little tornado thing, and then the little tailspin, like the little passive. I don't really know what her passive does, honestly, but I remember it's pretty good. Janna's solid. Always been a solid support. Always, since day one, has been like a good. She's never been like, she's never always been in the spotlight of like, oh yeah, she is one of the best supports ever. But Janna is a staple. And that is so fucking respectable and cool. You just like they literally nailed it in 2010, and she's been around for almost 15 years. Like I think 2009, right? Wasn't Janna one of the OGs too? I think. I didn't play in beta or anything, so I don't remember. But I'm pretty sure Janna was one of the OGs. So it really just says it's been 15 years. There's not much more to say. Janna's cool. Anyway, we're at that hour marker. I like to pay attention to these things. I'm sorry. It is 12:30 at night, but I'm pretty sure no one's gonna come and disrupt the stream. I'm just gonna step out of my room real quick and take a quick breath because we've been talking for a fucking hour straight. So I don't have any scenes or anything set up on Discord. So we'll just humor me. We'll leave the screen as it is, and you can just marinate in this and think about it for yourself. Do you agree with me? Do you not? Comment, like, and subscribe. Anyway, I'll be back. 5 minutes. Ooh. Ooh, we are back. We are back. Okay. Is everyone here? It was about more than 5 minutes, but that's fine. That's just fine. That's okay. Sorry to say though, boys, we have a timetable to keep, and I'm gonna get started. J4, Jarvan 4, or as a wise man calls him, Jarvan 4, is really cool. He's just some cool knight dude. He's like the prince or the king or whatever. I don't know the whole Demacia storyline. Sorry, hold on, I'm still a little congested. God, I wish I had tissue to wipe my nose. It's all the phlegm and stuff. Sorry. Woo! Being a dude is gross sometimes. Anyway. Jarvan is cool because, to me, he symbolizes when League of Legends started really fucking spicing up their game design. Because I feel like Jarvan was a lightning in the bottle. Because, again, Jarvan wasn't one of the OGs like Janna, Annie, Amumu, any of these kinds of dudes. He came in pretty late in Season 1. But holy shit, his design is so fucking good that it hasn't fucking changed at all. Barely. He got the OG Victorious skin for a reason, dude. He is one of, if not Riot's most successful champion, because it completely changed the way they design their champions going forward. Because they're like, holy shit, if we can get away with making a champion like Jarvan 4 or Xin Zhao or whatever the fuck you want to say, whew, we can get away with a lot of shit. And they did. Believe me, they got away with murder with some of these champion designs. 200 years of collector game design knowledge, mind you. So, we'll talk about that with our next champion, Jax. Whew. Jax is a Chad. Jax is the most polarizing champ. Jax and one other, Twisted Fate, are probably the most polarizing champions in League of Legends history. Because from the get-go, these fuckers were insane. Because the rules in Dota are like insane compared to League of Legends, and I think those champions took a lot from Dota. Because a lot of what League of Legends used to do was rely on RNG. Because Jax just straight up used to have passive dodge. His E wasn't inactive. And Ninja Tabby, or plated steel caps as they're called nowadays, didn't used to give 10% damage reduction. They used to give dodge chance. Like, dodge percent chance used to be an actual stat. And guess what? Jax has been a champion since the beta. And you know what this motherfucker could do? That fucker could dodge tower shots in the beta. And still do the shit where he 1v5s the entire enemy team while doing it. So, when you put a champion in that light, you're like, holy motherfucking god, no one is ever safe anywhere. And you're right, because he was also good, really, really, really good early game. Jax was a crazy, crazy, absurd champion when he first came out. I saw the YouTube videos. I didn't play the beta, but I saw the YouTube videos. This fucking champion was insane. Him and Twisted Fate. Those are the two big ones. Is what I'd say. So, Jax is interesting. Jax is cool. I think Jax is in a really cool spot right now, and there's like really cool dudes. I never met them or really watched them, but like cool dudes like TF Blade who have mastered this champion on such a fundamental level that it doesn't matter how much they change this dude, regardless of whether it's visual or even gameplay or just how his rules work. There's people that have successfully played this champion so well that they just are so good at it. They're literally built different, right? Because when you think of someone like TF Blade, you think Jax immediately, yeah? I bring up that big name, you think of Jax. Because that's his guy. Jax is cool. So, moving on. Jace. Jace is great. I can change him. Jace. He's like the main. Like, it's really weird because I feel like he was like the main character of season 1, even though Vi and Jinx obviously were supposed to be too in a way. But like, I guess Jace felt like the main character of the Piltover arc, because when you talk about Piltover's story, you have to talk about Zaun's story too, and vice versa. You know? I love Piltover. I think it is the coolest setting in League of Legends, because it's like the whole like steampunk slash like dystopian like vibe, like cyberpunk even in a way. That's what Zaun reminds me of, is like cyberpunk shit. And then Piltover's more like steampunk and like this cool shit, but they're like both the same area because one's just like an underbelly of the other. So the dichotomy and seeing the differences, you know, between, you know, prim and proper Piltover, I am Caitlyn, you know what I mean? Shots fired, like that kind of angle, versus like crazy ass Jinx over here. You know, one's a cop trying to catch the other. So it's cool. It's cool just like analoging these themes and these stories together, because this is kind of how the vibe was. You know what I mean? Because we're getting to the big ones right now. These are the next two are my top 3. So I want to make a YouTube video of this eventually, or a PowerPoint presentation stream, let's say, called "The Dichotomy of a Killer." Because Jinx and Jhin are by far the most fascinating characters in League of Legends to me. Even though they have nothing to do with each other physically, they are complete and utter foils for one another in psychology. Because for all intents and purposes, Jhin and Jinx are the same. They're both their names are weird. They both start with J. They both have 4 letters. They're both psychotic, crazy killers that blow shit up and kill a bunch of people, and they don't care. They're doing it for their own selfish, nefarious reasons. But the dichotomy is the fundamental difference in how these characters do both of these things. Whereas Jinx is much more unhinged and external in the way she tries to solve her problems. She literally wants to blow shit up with a rocket launcher. Jhin is far more internal. He has a vision for the world, and he wants to make the world his canvas. And that's terrifying when you're genuinely a person who does not give a shit about killing people, like Jhin is. Jhin is fucking scary because of how sociopathic he is by nature, and how single-minded and how beautiful in a really fucked up way he is. So I could never change a man like Jhin, but he gets I could change her. Jinx, on the other hand, there's more to go off of, right? Because I talked about them together, because ultimately you have to, because look, you get it on a tier list like this and they're right next to each other. That's intentional, right? That's intentional. That's not on accident. I'm just the autistic guy, dude, willing to say that. Jinx is for all intents and purposes, the total opposite of Jhin. She is the anti-Jhin. She is bombastic. She is explosive. She doesn't care about art. She just wants to blow shit up. She doesn't have a vision for the world. She's just a stupid kid trying to get by. It doesn't matter if she had a really fucked up childhood, or if she's on drugs, or whatever we're shown in anime, in Arcane. Jinx is a fucking insane person, and she needs to be stopped. Like, that's very serious. And I take that very seriously, because it's not just for everyone else's own good, it's for her own good too. Because at the end of the day, you can look at Jinx and say, somewhere inside there's a fucked up autistic kid who just wants to make cool gadgets and have friends and a family and stuff. With Jhin, you cannot say that. And that's why I relate so much more to a character like Jinx than Jhin. Jhin genuinely scares me. Jinx, on the other hand, is a lot more relatable. That got really heavy without me trying it too. Sorry. I'm sorry. Moving on, Cassante. He's literally just like some gay black cool warrior dude. Cassante's fucking awesome. I've never played him. He looks really complicated and scary to play. I'm intimidated because I don't like going top lane. But Cassante is Chad as fuck. I love his design. He looks cool as fuck. I don't know much more about him. I never really like the pride of Nazim or whatever he is. You know, it's fucking badass. I love that whole vibe with like Shurima and that whole other settlement down there. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. Like the one that like Kiana and all those cool characters and like Nidalee, that whole area, like the jungle desert kind of area. Like I don't know. I'm thinking of the map like geographically in my head, but it's like explaining it doesn't do it justice, and I don't want to show it on screen. So, Kaisa. What else is it? What? Come on. Kaisa's hot as fuck, dude. Kaisa's awesome. I would say if I could link it all back, Kaisa's one of the biggest reasons I'm liking ADC and all this shit. Kaisa, Jinx, all these cool ADC characters. Because when I think about when I'm like really getting into League of Legends like a couple years ago, I think of like the cinematic, the call that she was in. They put her in there because they know what they have is this sexy, cute anime girl that's total waifu babe that people will fall in love with. And this also, at the same cool girl boss that just does her own fucking thing and just like does this whole void shit. And it's cool. I don't really know the story and stuff, but like her visual design's great. Her gameplay's design is also great. And playing this champion feels awesome. But like maining it is not necessarily for me. I love this champion. She's awesome. Because now we're like with Gusto, right? We're back in the zone, so to speak. Callista. Another one of those ADCs. I wouldn't say her visual design is necessarily sexually appealing, but I would say that Callista is definitely a champion that is one of those picks that's so unique that people get attached to it and love it. And Callista's so cool. Because she can literally move around while she's auto-attacking. Well, what the hell? What other champion can do that shit? Certainly no other ranged champions, let alone melee. You know, or maybe melee can, technically, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else to put it, right? Callista's fucking cool. Because kiting on her is so interesting, and her gameplay loop is so unique to her and her role that, like, I could see a guy like one of my buddies. Let's call him Kellum. If I said my buddy Kellum were to play League of Legends tomorrow, Callista is 150% the type of champion he would main and only play. He would one trick this champion till the day he dies. 0 games on any other champions. And that's the kind of vibe that Callista is like the OTP vibe. Callista's fucking cool. So easy X, XXX if I could, triple X if I could. Karma is cool because I like her. Because, funny enough, I like to relate my life back, like what I'm doing back into itself in weird ways. That's how I like to analog with my life. And Karma reminds me of when I first started playing League of Legends. It was either her or Renekton. I can't remember. That was the first champion that came out when I started playing this game. I'm like, oh, this is some dumb free game I'm going to try out because WoW sucks right now. Holy shit, this game's fucking awesome. Oh my god, me and my WoW friends were addicted to this while we slogged through Cataclysm. Like, that was the angle for me at the time. Karma reminds me of that. And Karma's a champion that's gone through a lot of visual and gameplay changes as well. While not necessarily fundamentally changing, she's changed both aesthetically and technically. So, admiring that and seeing her evolution and my evolution, and I guess relating it back from the time I saw her as like, hey, Karma's here, like, buy this character for 6,300 fucking LP, or however much fucking RP. Because it wasn't Blue Essence and RP. It was RP and LP. LP was like Blue Essence. So that was like karma, dude. Karma's dope as fuck, dude. If I have a Karma on my team, I'm quite happy and I'm quite pleased with that. Karma, like, playing against that on the other hand, though, sucks a lot of cock and balls. Fuck the playing against this champion with her powerful shields and her psychic link that will root to you and shit, and her Q that does a shit ton of damage, and her R that enhances all that. Fuck it. I can change her. Easy angle. Karthus. Oh, Karthus is just like any of these comfy season 1 champions that just look way more badass and less cartoonishly goofy as they did back then. Because if anyone is watching you, Google season 1 Karthus splash art right now. League of Legends. Just Google it, please. Google images. Go on it. Do it. I dare you. Literally looks like fucking Skeletor ass motherfucker from like He-Man or some shit. But now you look at him and he's like, holy shit, this is like the coolest ass character in this fucking game. Holy shit, you get to kill people while you're dead. This is amazing. And Karthus started a fundamental gameplay loop or gameplay design philosophy completely based off of that, which I'll get more into later, which again is a bit of a spoiler for my favorite character of all time in this game, which I'll get into. Believe me, I'm here for it. Kassadin as well. It's just so hard because like the list up there is so inflated at this point. Like, what do I do? I just love a lot of the characters in this game, and some of them are kind of mid. Kassadin's just fucking badass. I don't know. He's just like a dude who teleports around and teleports behind you and nothing personnel kids you. Because, like, Kassadin, like, it's, again, one of those rules. It's like Singed or, you know, like, oh, don't chase Singed or, you know, don't let Kale reach level 16. Don't let Kassadin reach level 16. You know, it's just these... It's just this... Alright, man. Well, if you're out of here, dude, check the rest of the VOD. I'm recording it too, and I might I'll probably upload this and make a short out of it or some shit too. But I'm just gonna continue the stream if you take off. I mean, there's nothing else for me to do right now. I might even close it out right now, actually, too. That's a good fucking idea. Oh, an hour and a half? That's a good little stream. Now that you put it on that angle, we can put a pin on this. Because there's a lot more to go. Because my autistic brain likes to just go for it in one go. You know how I am. Let's just compartmentalize and stop here, though. So, yeah, I would say let's end here. Thank you for watching, and I know it's a little abrupt, but we're gonna end here, and I'm gonna go play some fucking League of Legends, as lame as it sounds, and listen to some League of Legends music. Part 2 coming soon, I promise. Tune in next time.